What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Yaks Welding. Today I'm going to be tackling the cooling system with the Civic, and I want to mount the radiator in the trunk or underneath the spare tire, or where the spare tire used to be, underneath the car. So first thing I got to do is kind of chop up the old radiator and then kind of just figure out where a good place is going to be to mount it. I still have some parts coming in for it, so this is going to be probably a 2-part or 3-part series on relocating your radiator to the rear in a Civic. All right, so obviously before, my radiator was located in the front here, and I actually had cooling issues when it was just that single half-core radiator. Even with the fan shroud and stuff, I'd still see temperatures well over 220, and I came up with a solution that I kind of want to share in case any of you are in the similar situation. I ended up purchasing this oil cooler. It's basically it'll cool any type of fluid, same concept as a radiator, but I got off of Amazon for like $100, and I tucked it underneath the turbo here, and then I ran these AN fittings basically to the heater core. So I got one line going in right here, and then the other one's kind of hard to tell what's going on, but I basically wrapped it all the way around in a loop, and it ties into the valve right here. When you flip open your heat, basically when you turn on your heat, it opens that valve and it allows the coolant to cycle through this radiator. And I'm not joking, like, that helped tremendously. I would be cruising, I'd be looking at my Honda data, and as soon as I flipped that open, I would go from like 215, 220, all the way down to like 170 degrees, 180 degrees, and it kept it super cool with just this extra little radiator down here. So yeah, little tip for you before we get started on relocating this to the rear. And I do have a pump coming for this. It should be here this next week, but for today, let's just worry about getting this thing mounted up in a location in the trunk. All right, so first things first, let's get these brackets and these barbs cut off of here. That way it just makes it a little bit easier for fitting it up in there. All right, I got the car jacked up and that all cut up. And I originally wanted to mount it down here, but I really don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of room. I don't want it too low to the ground, and I don't want it, you know, easily seen underneath the car. I don't know, I just feel like that would look kind of bad. So I'm almost thinking, which I didn't want to go this route, but it's gonna have to mount back here somewhere, possibly off the roll cage. All right, so I decided where I'm gonna mount it. I'm gonna go ahead and just mount it on this left side here, kind of like that. And then I can put the overflow and the fill over off of this side over here. And I thought about mounting it like right in the middle, but it just seems kind of like a waste of space to me. So I'm gonna mount it over here, kind of offset, and then have the fill and the overflow over there. And then if I ever need to mount anything else back here, I can do that. So got these tabs cut off. So I'm just gonna kind of go down here, grind it off, and then weld these tabs, one on each side. And then I'll probably do one up here also, and then drill some holes, mount some tabs on the radiator, and then put it in place. All right, you guys, well, my camera ended up dying, so I'm on my phone right now. And I got this thing mounted in here, welded those tabs on the back, and got some bolts through it. So she's nice and secure. And I got these holes patched up right here. So that's gonna do it for today. Plan of attack for next time is I got the fittings at my house that came in, so I'm gonna get all the fittings welded on, and I'm gonna try to get the overflow and the fill mounted up over here, and just try to get as much done as I can. It's kind of a lot of effort to relocate it back here, but I really think it's gonna be worth it. And I'm also planning on doing some Lexan windows in the back here, and I'm gonna have cutouts that feed into the radiator, and then Lexan in the back, and kind of have like an outlet for the fans to pull it out the back. So that's the game plan. And like I said, it's probably gonna be 2 or 3 videos at least, if not more, to get this thing done. But I'll catch you guys in the next video, and like, subscribe, all that good stuff.